Hi guys, I was talking to people in my secret group about the idea of a gift list and who likes that and who doesn't. And I tried to do a live just in my group, but it said error performing query. So I just thought I would do it here so that the guy that was talking to me about it could see it and then everybody else here could see it too. So for me and a lot of highly sensitive people, especially, it is really the thought that counts with the gift. So when you're married, so I'm married, right? I have a joint account. Many people have a joint account. Some people have separate accounts. That might be a different situation where they maybe can't afford something and the other person can afford it. So they could like write something down on a list, and then if the other person has more money than they do, then they could get something that they otherwise couldn't get, right? But if you're in a situation where you're married and you have a joint account, then you can always, and this is how highly sensitive people may think more than others, but you can always buy yourself whatever you want and you're paying for it from the joint account, right? So like if I want like a candle, I can buy myself a candle, right? So I could either link somebody to a candle and say, I'd like this candle, or I could just press buy on the candle. And so since it's a joint account, it certainly isn't special from my perspective, or many highly sensitive women, especially that I work with. It wouldn't be special that the person clicked buy and then the money came out of our joint account versus I click buy and the money comes out of our joint account. And as long as nobody's feeling very strapped for cash, it wouldn't even matter if we had separate accounts, because it's just the person clicking buy on the thing that you already picked out. So if your wife is more highly sensitive, more romantic, if she's somebody who's always wanting you to be more romantic, then you just buying something for her off of a list and send likes. I didn't even remember to tell you guys to send likes, but you just buying something for her off of a list that she came up with isn't gonna really, hit the spot in terms of a gift. That doesn't feel like a gift. That feels like a nothing, like nothing really, because you had to tell them what it was, so you had to somehow press click to get it onto a wish list, and then they press click on the wish list. So now who does this work for? This definitely works for more practical, and I've seen more avoidant attachment people. Sometimes it also works as a conflict preventer. So if like your husband always gets you really bad gifts, then you could say, well, at least he won't get me bad gifts anymore that upset me because he's so misattuned to me. So it's almost a workaround in this way. Now the guy in the group said something like, isn't it emasculating? Because I think he misunderstood me, and that's who I was making this video for, so you know who you are, but said, isn't it emasculating if you feel like you could buy whatever you want? Anybody in a marriage, from my perspective, if there's enough money to go around, should be able to buy what they want. You're an adult. If you really want something, you could buy it. You could save up for it and get it and whatever. Certainly if it's a huge purchase, then that would have to be talked about, but that's whether or not it was on a Christmas list or anything. You'd have to talk about a multi-thousand-dollar purchase unless you're extremely wealthy. So I can't really imagine how that part would be emasculating. I think this person misunderstood me. So what I meant to say is, for highly sensitive or romantic people, the thought is what counts. Now, does that mean that you shouldn't try to get something that they like, that you should go like rogue and be totally creative and try to get them into a totally new hobby or something? No, don't do that. For example, what would be a nice gift for a woman is getting her a piece of clothing from a brand that's already something that she likes, in a size that's in her closet. You just have to look, right? Getting her jewelry from a store that she really likes. You can even ask a friend what she might really like a best friend or somebody. A woman might think that was really sweet too. but so don't go completely AWOL, and say, oh, like my wife who doesn't even really like to work out, I'm going to get her new exercise clothes. She's just going to consider that to be a criticism. And if you dig deep, it probably is a criticism. So get somebody something. If they are a romantic, especially a preoccupied attachment person, definitely does not want a something off of a list. They want you to do the work of figuring out what they want, because that's the romantic part, is knowing what they want. So if your wife has ever wanted you to be more romantic, do not ask her for links to things that you could buy her for Christmas. That's not romantic. Instead, take a look, and I have a whole post about this that I just posted on my page, Ultimate Gift Guide for Women. Do not just ask for links, because she isn't going to like it. However, if you're married to a woman who is not very romantic at all and is the avoidant attachment partner, that person probably wants the links. And I'm going to have a podcast coming out about this. But this is not a money issue. This is not anything like that. It's an issue about effort and knowing somebody. So if you know somebody, that feels romantic. Like thinking like somebody knows me so well that they could pick out a gift is romantic for many people, especially more sensitive women are really into this gift idea. Does anybody have any questions about this gift idea? You can ask. You could join the secret group and comment and whatever you want. But it is a really important thing, because if you guys have started doing like wish lists and everything, that could be good. If you're two pragmatic, really kind of efficient people that are not super romantic, good. But there's a lot of people who come in after the holidays and say basically like, what did we even do? Like, who even cares? Because I just got something that I put on a list. I could have just done it myself, right? I could have just pressed click on it myself. So, hi Kayla, how are you? Oh, and I know, yeah. So there's been a lot of discussion about this. There's always is at this time of year. And it's a really good thing to have a discussion with your partner about, because you may have such different expectations than you realize about this. Many more avoidant attachment men would just love to literally say, yeah, that's what I want. Get me that thing for my hobby. Great. Thank you. And then they don't have to worry about having a big reaction to a surprise. Maybe they didn't like the surprise. Maybe they think it's a waste of money. Remember, joint money. So people do have feelings about the money being spent. Thank you, Kayla. See, Kayla just gave me a gift. Be like Kayla. Give stars. And I didn't ask for it, so it was a more meaningful gift. But the point is if you got to figure out who's a wish list kind of person and who's not. And frequently a person who wishes that they did wish lists is married to somebody who wishes the person knew them well enough to get them a gift without a wish list. And if you read my gift guide, the thing that is just posted on my page that I wrote many years ago, because I've always worked with couples in this situation, then you will see that there are many ways to surprise a woman with a gift that she's actually going to like. And many guys act like that's impossible. Maybe more avoidant attachment, less romantic guys act like that's impossible. It's not impossible at all. It's not even remotely impossible. If you find something that somebody likes, you can keep on getting from that brand too, by the way. Like my husband's very tall. So I found American Tall. It's really cute. Has a giraffe on it because of tall, right? So when I need a gift, I know that stuff's going to fit him. I know that already. So I go to American Tall. I go probably every time they advertise it on my Facebook, like a sheep, because they just show it to me and then I click on it. And so I already know that that's something that he likes. That's something that fits him, right? And so that is something that's going to work. I mean, he's a highly sensitive guy too, so it's like he likes the idea of me looking up stuff. It's not like but if he was, let's say he was like this avoidant attachment guy that really didn't like gifts, but he knows that American Tall fits. Well, it's never going to seem like a waste of money. It's always going to seem nice, and it's pragmatic because it already works. So there's something like that for your wife. Whatever her favorite brand of jeans are, whatever her favorite brand of jewelry is,